this tight end draft class is pretty bad.
And why, the last thing I'll say about tight ends is why spend a premium, pick when you can get a guy who's not guaranteed, but I guarantee you guys, if Gesicki, Hunter Henry, or Noah Fant are on the Bengals, either of those three will produce.
Yeah.
And if you go out and spend a first-round pick, then you're really banking on it. Like, all right, we have to. Like, everybody's going to be clamoring. But if you spend $5 million on a tight end,
3 or 4, and that's the thing, right? Yeah. Is that like 3 out of those 4 tight ends that you just named are all coming off of short-term deals with light guarantees, right? Dalton Schultz, after being productive with the Cowboys, was on a 1-year, like $6.5 million prove-it deal. So, like, if you can wave that money in front of all these guys and say, hey, we'll give you 3 years, $21 million with 10 guaranteed, I think they're like, hell yeah.
And you play with Joe Burrow.
You play with Joe Burrow and you make more money than you did the last couple of years. Like $7 million a year for those guys. Like, that's great value, and you're still getting good production too.
That's the thing too. It's like, we want probably more of a long-term answer, but like, are they just going to give Noah Fant a 1-year deal? Are they just going to hand out another? Like, is that what they still want to do?
Here's my thing. We talk about Hunter Henry. My issue with Hunter Henry is he's 29. He'll be 29 years old. You bring in a guy like Noah Fant. When you sign him, he's 26 years old.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? You can get 3 years out of him. You can get 2 years out of him before they hit 30. Because I still don't even know if he has reached. Well, I don't know. I know he hasn't reached his full potential in the NFL. He hasn't.
Yeah.
I mean, you really should have seen. I mean, the amount of Seahawks games that I've watched this year, and
Gino was missing Fant quite a bit.
He was quite wide open.
Right.
Teams were just leaving him.
They were just leaving breakdown on that, honestly.
We really should, because matter of fact,
it's fun offense.
You want to relive a good moment for the Bengals? Go watch the Bengals versus Seahawks game again.
Yeah.
Noah Fant was open time and time and time again. He just refused to throw him. If they had a capable quarterback, I really believe Noah Fant would have went for 150 plus yards on us that day. He was that wide open. Critical third down situation, just left in the wind. The fact of the matter is, I'm looking at it, I'm just like, that's a guy that, number one, he came out as such a highly touted prospect. He showed so much promise with the Denver Broncos. And then he got traded to the Seahawks, where they had an overabundance of tight ends. And somehow Geno Smith had a favorite tight end target in Will Dissly and Colby Parkinson over Noah Fant, even though Noah Fant was consistently getting open. So, guys, I know you might be looking at it like, dude, shut up. Why do you keep going on and on about Noah Fant? Because I really view Noah Fant as a premium talent in the National Football League that you can get for a bargain.
Yep.
Because of bad quarterback play and because of down year. I promise you, if Noah Fant was in stripes, I'd retire from the show if he didn't do well. I'd retire the show if he didn't do. I think he would be that great for Cincinnati. I really do believe that. The guy's speed, the guy's ability to his ability to break in and out of routes, his ability to find the open zone, essentially, just sit down in the zone, and the fact that they just didn't go to him. Yep. So I just don't like I know for as highly as I praise Mike Gesicki, and you guys heard me say that, I would take Noah Fant 10 times out of 10 times over Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
Okay. And I also think Noah Fant allows you the ability to not be as predictable if you had a guy like Mike Gesicki in there personally.